Hey YouTube, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to give a big thanks for all the support from the first video. I really appreciate it. It's been a little bit overwhelming, but I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone, and hopefully you'll keep watching. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update. So last time I talked to you was Friday, and since then I did a 5K run. It's now Monday, so yesterday, which was Sunday. Alternating paces, so kilometers 1, 3, and 5 went pretty hard, and then took it easy for 2 and 4. So that was a real nice workout. So I think ended up being 24 minutes for the 5K. So yeah, just a good Sunday morning workout. And then today did a pretty hard run actually. So ran right from the house over to Mount Tom, which is about 1.5 kilometers away. Went up to the top of there and then back to the house. Worked out to be 11 kilometers. I believe it was 560 meters of elevation, 1,800 feet. So probably be a bit sore tomorrow, but felt really good for the most part. So hoping I can get a little run in tomorrow as well. Thought I would mention that I did do that run today because I am scheduled to do a race in Alice Lake in Squamish on April 17th. It's a 13K trail race, I believe with 400 meters of elevation. Hard to say if that's going to take place. So just kind of a day-by-day kind of thing. So I figure if it does happen though, I need to be ready. So today's a really good first step on that journey to be ready and hopefully healthy on the starting line. So today's video, I do want to mention, I don't think I mentioned before, I wasn't able to get any shots today. Still working on the GoPro, but that is to come soon. You can find all my runs on Strava. So you can download the app or online. You can find me there, and you'll see every one of my runs. So just thought I'd mention that because I don't think I'd mentioned that before. So with that all done with, today's video I'm going to get into my running shoe rotation. So it's not the prototypical running shoe rotation where you have your easy day, tempo day shoe, long day shoe, even a midday run shoe, speed shoe, those kind of things. I'm just going to tell you what I'm using my shoes for. I'll also give you some prices because there are some good deals on these shoes as some of them are a little bit older. So let's get started. So first we have the Clifton 6. So the Clifton 6 is a great lightweight trainer. So 9 ounces in men's size 9, 7.4 ounces in women's size 7, 27 millimeters of stack height in the heel, 22 in the forefoot for a 5 millimeter drop. This shoe is just a great lightweight shoe. You can use it for everyday training. Easy days for sure. It's great for protecting the legs, all that extra cushion. So if you're putting a lot of miles in, you'll definitely like this shoe. And you can get it now for as low as 118 bucks. I think it was on the lasthunt.ca. Very good deal. The Clifton 7 also has been released. It's been out for quite a while now. This is a 2019 shoe. I picked it up I think in April of 2020. So the 7 is available, but if you want a really good deal, I would stick with this. I've heard good things about the 7, but with the price difference, I think you'd be better off. If you're looking for just a reliable, now the durability may be a little bit questioned, but I'd say you'll easily get 600-700 kilometers in this. Great for recovery days, long days. Just perfect. You want a little more cushion underneath your foot, save your legs a little bit. You can't go wrong with the Hoka Clifton 6. Next we have the Nike Pegasus 37. So in men's size 10, it comes in at 10 ounces, not too bad. For women's size 8, 8.2 ounces, 24 millimeters in the heel, 14 in the forefoot for a 10 millimeter drop. It has the Nike React midsole, which I love so much. I have about 300 kilometers in the shoe now, and I find it is working in more and more and feeling better and better the farther I go. I have heard some durability concerns about this shoe. However, I would be surprised if I don't get 600 kilometers out of this shoe. So I could see another 300 kilometers, the midsole kind of compressing, but on the bottom of the shoe, it's perfect. You can't hardly anywhere at all. So it's just that cushioning, just folding a little too much. But other than that, I think you should get 600-700 kilometers, no problem out of this shoe. So there is a Zoom airbag unit in the front, in the forefoot I should say, 20 PSI for the men, 15 for the women, just a little bit softer for the women. So what I would use this shoe for, I'm actually using it for almost all my runs right now that aren't on a trail. I find sometimes I like a little more cushion, but for the most part, it's just that great balance. I can pick up the pace with this, take it for easy days, and I find it just reacts really well. In fact, when I pick up the pace a little bit, I find it even better. So the only thing I would complain about, and I've heard this before, a little bit of heel slippage. I do notice it at the beginning a little bit, but as I run, I don't think of it at all. So overall, just a great shoe. For a speed day, ultimately you'd like a little bit of a lighter shoe, something like the Endorphin Speed, which you can use for any workout, and it's been heralded as maybe the best shoe ever and definitely the best shoe of 2020. However, you can get this, I saw it for $119 on Running Warehouse. So I would warn you though that the Pegasus, this shoe was released April 28th, I believe, of 2020, which is coming soon. So you can look for the Pegasus 38 to be coming out around that time. So if you want to wait, and probably will come out about $170 for the Pegasus 38, Canadian dollars, of course. But if you want to wait until then, this may drop. Running Warehouse has it right now for $120, which I think is a great deal. Or wait for the new one if you prefer, but I have seen pictures of the new one. I think the changes will be very minimal. The big change was from the Peg 36 to the 37. So if you want to wait and see if this will even go down a little more, I think that is a great option for you. Have an issue. If you want a shoe to do it all, the Nike Pegasus 37 I believe is a great option for you. So before I go into the trail shoes, I would ultimately like to have a race day shoe. I do have one coming at the end of the month. I'll kind of keep it a secret for now and release it with you guys. So there'll be more on that to come for sure, but we'll just leave it at that for now. And let's take a look at my trail shoes. So first, let's start out with the Nike Wild Horse 6. So this was the first trail shoe that I ever bought. I bought this when I still lived just outside of Hamilton in Ontario, where there isn't nearly as many trails or hills. So I wasn't even sure if I was going to get too much use out of them. However, I ended up really loving them, and they worked out pretty good for me for whatever I needed them. 10.5 ounces for men, size 9. Not too bad for a trail shoe. 9 ounces for a women, size 8. It is a little bit built up, a little bit. The lugs aren't too deep. I had a tough time finding, I don't think they're any more than 4 millimeters. I'd even argue 3. So let me know if anyone knows the exact. They're very durable, good for long distances, will protect your foot, excellent. They got that beautiful midsole that I love that Nike has, that Nike React. So if you want to go far, 50K, something like that, this is a great shoe for you. Lots of protection up here with the collar. I thought that would be annoying. However, keeps the debris and stuff out great. The only negative is just a little bit of instability back here. It's really built up. I don't know if you need all that, but keeps there is a rock plate, I should mention, in the shoe. 30 millimeters in the heel, 22 in the forefoot for an 8 millimeter drop. So I mean, it protects against rocks, pretty good. I get a little nervous when it's mucky going down. It's not downhill mostly because of the lug depth. However, this will work for you with no issue. Really durable. I use these for walking hikes, anytime I'm going in the mud, running. I've ran, I think, about 150K in them, added at least another that, hiking and walking, so. No real wear. Once again, with the cushion, with the midsole, it may start to compress a little bit, but other than that, no complaints. If you want to go far, doesn't weigh too much. If the trail isn't too crazy, it works great on rocks. I mean, the rock plate is good too. But if it's really mucky and slippery, it wouldn't be my first choice. And the plus side is that the Wild Horse 7 is coming out. I saw on Running Room Warehouse on March 11th, I believe it was, for $170. So you can get the 6. It's still quite a bit of money on most sites. It's almost full price. You can find it in certain sizes and colorways for a cheap deal, but I would wait. With it coming out in just a few days, if you'd like to purchase this shoe, it's probably going to be discounted very, very heavily over the next little while, or wait and get the 7 if you want. However, same with the Pegasus 37 to 38. It doesn't look like it's going to be that drastically different. So if you want to wait a little bit and get a good, reliable shoe that will protect your feet, can't go wrong with the Nike Wild Horse 6. The next shoe we're going to go to, the Nike Pegasus 36 Trail. Now this guy has been around for quite a while. However, I was lucky enough to pick it up about 2 weeks ago for $60 at the Nike outlet. I apologize for my dog barking in the background. So I didn't have a lot of expectations for this shoe at all. Decent look to it. 9.17 ounces for a men's 9, 8.2 for a women's 8. It has, I forget the 23 and a half in the heel, 13 and a half in the forefoot for that 10 millimeter drop. There is no rock plate in this shoe. It does have the Nike Zoom Air midsole. I find this could be the best shoe for a commuter shoe, door to trail. I actually find it may work better on the pavement. It's not aggressive at all with just 3 millimeter lugs. It just actually gives you a little bit more support. It looks just like the Peg 36, just with those little lugs on the bottom, just giving that little extra cushion really on the pavement. So I really like it on the pavement. I find it pretty responsive really. And then out on the trail, if it was muddy, slippery, slick, I wouldn't want to wear it. But like today, I wore it for my 11K up Mount Tom, 560 meters of elevation. It's been very dry here the last few days, so didn't have to deal with mud or anything like that. There was some rocks and gravel, which it handled well. So I know this is an older shoe, however, you can pick it up for a really good deal. And if you're not going on too crazy trails, as I mentioned, there's no rock plate. A little bit of heel slippage is all I would complain about. I don't always feel, especially going downhill and stuff, I do notice it a little bit during the run. But for the price point, you can't beat this shoe, especially if you have to go on pavement a little bit. I don't think it's going to wear down your lugs too much at all. So really, I know it's old. I know it's been around for a while. But if you can find this and pick it up, you cannot go wrong with this. I've only put, so I did 11 today. I did, I think, 6 in it the other day. So not too much yet, so not too much wear. But if it's pretty durable, I would recommend this to anyone that's going to go on real buffed out trails. You can pick up the pace a little bit. It's nice and light. So I highly recommend the Nike Pegasus 36 Trail. So last, but certainly not least, is the Innovate X Talon 235. So I cannot say enough about this shoe. I just got this, just arrived a couple weeks ago. It is a very aggressive trail shoe. I would put this in definitely in the race category for trail shoe. I've only taken it out once for an 8K. Took it out, and I should mention first actually, 13 millimeters stock height in the heel, 7 in the forefoot, so it is a very aggressive shoe for a 6 millimeter drop. So I did take this, it weighs, I should say it weighs 8.2 ounces as well, my apologies. I took this out on really muddy trail here, and it just rained a lot, and it held up amazing. The 8 millimeter lugs, unbelievable running downhill. Really didn't have to slow down at all. No heel slippage. The only thing I will say is it's a very narrow fit. They rate it as a 2 on the narrow scale. So I did have to wear a really thin sock, and I would, a little bit tight in pressure here. I thought it was gonna be a nightmare. However, I didn't notice it at all. It felt like I was wearing nothing. I would recommend maybe going a half size up. If you could try it on, that would be ideal. However, always can't be done, and this is an overseas company. So I will say they do have the Power Flow Plus midsole for a little bit more support. This will definitely beat up your legs in a race. I wouldn't want to take it too much farther than a half marathon maybe. It does have a rock plate. So, but the best part about this shoe, if you go on the Innovate website, it'll cost you 290 Canadian plus tax. However, I picked this shoe up from the last hunt.ca for $128 all in. So when I saw that, I could not resist. I had to give it a try. So it was definitely worth it. I believe they still have some pairs. So if you want a trail shoe, if you're looking for a trail racing day shoe, and I mean, you can, if you want, you can wear this for training runs as well. It's going to be durable, so that's not going to be your issue at all. But definitely for a trail race, I would 100% recommend this. If you want to go even lighter too, you can go with the 210s, the X-Talon 210s, Innovate X-Talon 210s, which aren't on sale though. Those will be a little bit more. They do weigh a little bit less. But I mean, overall, and if you can find this for 130 bucks, you've got a real winner here. I think you're gonna be really impressed. It's gonna be hard for you to find a lighter, fast, it just molds to your foot, great downhill, great for climbing, sloppy conditions, rocks. It can handle any kind of condition. So I can't say enough about the Innovate X-Talon 225s. And that is my running shoe rotation. So that, I know I don't always use the shoes necessarily for the right thing. However, or just mostly because I just don't have enough pairs. However, hopefully that gave you a little bit of help. If you're looking for some value, there's definitely some value to be had there. As I said, if I was to recommend some shoes, the Endorphin Speed is great for everything. It does have a nylon plate in there, but everyone that's reviewed it has nothing but positive things to say. You can race in it, speed day. It just feels amazing from everything that I've heard. Also, the Mach 4 just came out, maybe sold out now, but that one is another one. That one's very highly recommended. And of course, for a race day shoe, the Nike Next Percents. I know the Next Percent 2s are coming out, I think on March 25th. I know the price has not lowered at all for the Nike Next Percents, even though they came out in 2019. They are available now though, I have seen in quite a few spots, so if you want to pony up the 330 bucks, you do have them, and you can get them, so hopefully that helps a little bit. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'm going to try to get out there with you guys during one of my runs a little later this week, so hopefully I'm able to do that. Hopefully that was a little bit of a help to you guys. Really enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video too, and we'll see each other again in the very near future. Thanks for watching.